Thank you. I'd like to move now to our first question. EvaNg, should you be elected mayor in St. Paul, what would you choose to prioritize?
Should I be elected mayor of St. Paul, the top 3 things I would prioritize is 1, I want to freeze the tax and fee rates right now. And then I'm going to work to reduce them. And then I'm going to go and find ways to streamline the operations of City Hall to make everybody successful at what they do. The second thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grow the tax base by creating jobs. And I have a couple of ideas for that. Then the last thing that is high in my priority is that I want to make sure that we are safe and secure as a city, that we prioritize our spending for fire, police, and emergency services. Make sure that our roads are repaired the way they're supposed to, and those would be my top priorities.
Thank you. Chris Coleman, same question.
Thank you very much. One of the first things I did when I came into office was I put a strategic plan together. It was a 6-point plan. The first priority on it was education. Even though the mayor of the city of St. Paul doesn't control the school districts, it is absolutely critical for the future of our community to be engaged in the education process, to make sure all of our children go to school ready to learn. So we started a scholarship program that has provided 900 scholarships for kids to attend a quality daycare or preschool program so that they're not starting off 2 or 3 years behind when they start kindergarten. We put together an out-of-school time program by engaging the community and figuring out what kind of services we could bring to the community so that kids could participate in quality out-of-school time programming. As a result of that, literally thousands of children are taking a circulator bus that we put together. 30,000 kids have ridden that bus to get to quality out-of-school time programming at the Y, at the Boys and Girls Clubs, at faith-based groups, just arts groups, all these kinds of things that have been put together in the community. So we put that together as a priority. We put public safety as a priority. As a result of it, we've added more police officers than any mayor in the history of the city of St. Paul. There will be 615 officers on the streets of the city of St. Paul next year as a result of our efforts. In addition, there's going to be 18 additional firefighters in the fire stations that will make sure that those 4-minute response times that are critically important to the health and safety of our community will not only be maintained, but perhaps even strengthened. We have done a lot of priorities. Thank you.
Your time is up. Thank you. EvaNg, same question.
I have a quick rebuttal to that. Is that Mayor Coleman, I know that you did a lot of scholarships for these young kids, but they were 3, 4, and 5-year-olds, and it tells me that this program was not successful because it's discontinued for next year. On 2010, we do not have any budget for that. And then plus, that was a mayoral overreach because education does not fall into the mayor's office. We have an advisory role. We need to form relationships with the school board to get these things done, but we cannot do it out of the mayor's office because that money comes out of the citizens. And then second shift program. I have too many people telling me those buses are rattling up and down the street with nobody in them. So something is not working right about that program. The people in the east side actually take photos of that bus going up and down hour after hour, and there's no one in them. They say it's a smoke and mirrors fake program. So that's all I got to say about that.
Thank you. I'm sorry, if our audience members would please refrain from applause until the end of the evening. Yes.
I don't believe that a program that it engages kids, that gives them opportunities, that helps them get off to a good start could ever be called a smoke and mirrors program. It's really about doing everything that we can. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you change things overnight, but you begin a process. We engage the foundation community. One of the things that I'm proudest of is we've been able to bring $25 million worth of foundation resources to our office and to do things like the scholarship program. The unfortunate thing is, given the fact that we have one of the worst economic times in the history of this country, a lot of those resources are no longer available. But we know it works. The research that was done by the Federal Reserve in Minneapolis has proven that every dollar that's invested in early childhood education is returned 16 or 17 plus times during the course of that children's lifetime. We have no choice but to do everything that we can. And so I hope that the people that are taking pictures of those buses would rather spend their time going out and getting kids to ride those buses to get to those quality programs.